continues.
4 days of rain now. It's certainly taking a toll on residents, especially in northwest Indiana, where several homes there have collapsed and hundreds of basements are now flooded in the suburbs there. From 3 to 5 inches of rain have fallen so far today in northwest Indiana.
All of that rain turned streets into rivers in several communities. Now, among the towns hardest hit by the flooding, East Chicago and Highland, Indiana. ABC 7's Leah Hope joins us live from Highland with more about that flooding there. Leah.
Linda, we're on the north side of Highland, where we have been seeing what you see behind me all over this town. High standing water. Now, fortunately, the rain has stopped for now, and town officials were saying that the water was going to peak at about 3 o'clock. And it does seem to be drying up a little bit, but we still see a lot of standing water. This rain was predicted, but the water problem was not. The water overwhelmed the banks of the Little Calumet and Highland, Indiana sewer system. Some residents tried to battle the water in their homes, but others chose to leave. Firefighters had to evacuate at least 8 people by boat. Friends and relatives also arrived to help residents who were flooded. The town recently completed work on a sewer project as well as a dike project, and some are suspicious that these projects may have contributed to the flooding. But town officials say this really had much more to do with Mother Nature. But the reasons for the flooding are not as immediately needed as a way out of the water.
Terrible. The water is probably about waist deep. Cars are moving. People are trying to get out, and we're doing what we can with boats. There's a lot of people back here with boats, jet skis, canoes, and it's getting people out. I mean, it's just flooding.
We walked in about an hour ago and found about 8 inches of sewage down there. I've been finally able to stop crying. So it's pretty much everything. I've only lived there about 6 months, and everything I have, I worked very hard to get. But, you know, possessions can be replaced, right?
With the conditions today, it was pretty tough, obviously, with 3 feet of water. You know, we had to use a boat to get a few of the people out.
We've been hearing reports that some houses actually collapsed with all of the water in the home. We haven't been able to confirm that. Town officials say that there are some foundation problems with some houses, but they have not been able to confirm these reports that we've been hearing about houses that actually collapsed. At this point, we understand that there have been no injuries. Those with medical conditions were evacuated out initially and before the streets were flooded. One other point to mention, because so many of these roads are impassable, school buses were not running. So parents were invited to pick up their kids at school. Otherwise, the kids are waiting at the school because the school buses just can't make it through some of these neighborhoods. That's the latest from Highland, Indiana. Leah Hope, ABC 7 News. Linda?
All right, Leah, thanks for that information. News back here in Chicago. Mayor Richard Daley wins the battle over the big box ordinance. Short time ago, the Chicago City Council upheld the mayor's veto of that ordinance that would have required retailers such as Walmart and Target